Good evening, everyone. So this is my last video for the night, which is going to be the sign of Leo. This is a money, wealth, and abundance, finance outlook, April 2020 for the sign of Leo. Let's see what messages we get through. Show me April 2020 for Leo. Let's start with the first week. Faith. So that's your first card for the first week. Sorry about that. It's a drawback to living near a main road. The next card, we have the Knight of Coins. The second week, Knight of Coins. Third card out, we have the Five of Cups. Do we get here? Final card, this one is sticking to me, Justice. All right, so let's see what this is about. So the first week of April 2020. We have the Faith card. And that's from the Dreaming, or the Tarot of Dreams. Right now I have the Dreamy Way Tarot. So, Eight of Pentacles. So believing in that was upright, and generally in these type of readings, I don't usually read reversals anyway, but that's upright. Eight of Pentacles. So working on quite possibly a new project, having a dream, putting your hard work into something that's deeply personal to you. It isn't just about the money. Excuse me. And justice should be this way. So to you, this isn't just about the money, but there's also a deep desire and belief that this is karmically owed to you. What else do we get for the first week? We have the Hermit. So this is something you've had in your mind for a long time, believing that God or the universe, excuse me, throat's dry, has put you on this path, and through this path there's been a lot of hardships, ups and downs. It was meant to change you and to shape you into who you are now, to bring you through some spiritual growth, and perhaps to come to a point of maturity to where you really know what it is you're destined and meant to do. And this is the path you've taken. It would be a complete career change for you. So there's something that you've decided to set out and do. It's too many. It's 2 more cards now for the second week. So this first week of April is really coming out of a long period of prayer, hoping and believing, and then actually starting to put the pieces together and put something in motion. And that's where we get the Knight of Coins. Now this could be some help coming your way. So if you're starting a project, if you've started a project, or you've started a new job, new career path, after this long period of keeping the faith and finally stepping out, the second week, the Knight of Coins indicates that there will be some assistance on your path during the second week of April. And look at that, we got the Ace of Pentacles there. So there's definitely something coming your way this second week to assist you. Could be whether it's somebody that comes to actually help you, comes into the picture to help you, or it's resources, money, and it doesn't have to be just money, but could also be a gift. That's too many. Could be a gift coming your way to help you. And look at that, 7 of Pentacles. And so there's a gift of money and resources coming your way. I can't hold my cards tonight. And that's gonna assist you in the second week of April. It might not materialize that second week, but there may be a promise of that help, a promise of resources, and that should help with this long-term faith you've had. Let's go into the third week. We have Death. So the 5 of Cups. This week could be a little bit of doubting your vision, your beliefs. There may be some things that discourage you, some people that discourage you, but that's short-lived. You have the Knight of Wands, so that is short-lived. So you may have a short period, you might have something that kind of interrupts or alters your plan, changes your plan a little bit, or threatens it, and that doesn't last very long. So it might be just something the third week that brings you some doubt, or it could be self-doubt. We plant seeds of doubt in our own minds, and so do other people. There may be people around you that don't support you or what you're doing. You have the Lovers. Could be a romantic partner that is either supporting you or is unsure of what you're doing, and that might bring that doubt. You might have to reassure them or thoroughly explain to them what it is you're doing, why you're changing careers, or why you're changing jobs, or why you're starting out on something that is a big change. So it could be a little upset in your romantic life with this. Let's go to Justice. Now, I already feel like I know what Justice is about in this, and it's not just balance, but I did say earlier that it felt like that you were kind of karmically owed this. and this is the Emperor. And so, okay, could be an Aries coming in to help you. You could have Aries in your chart. Your partner could be an Aries, or there's someone or something from the past involving an Aries maybe that is either helping to bring you this karmic debt being repaid to you, or this is as a result of your faith and your belief that you are going to be repaid what you're owed. And this is like, it isn't money for money, but there was a number of things and that were karmically wrong that you maybe went through, and this is owed to you. The Emperor could be involving an Aries, but the Justice is that balance and fairness coming in, and that's the 4th week. So you might see something surprise you with regard to your finances, your money, your abundance, prosperity, or you just might feel like you're finally seeing it come. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, normally I don't read reversals. I'm going to turn this sideways though, because normally I don't read reversals in a general reading. But what I'm going to say is that there may be somebody that is jealous of you, of maybe your growth, how far you've come over the years, and they may try to I don't think put a stop to what you're doing, but there might be, could be gossip, could be lip service, or just an overall jealousy. So that to me, that could go either way. It could be you also at the same time are receiving emotional support from your partner that you wanted. So there could be some reconciling from having to reassure them to getting their emotional support. There could be any number of things. It could be both of those. I am going to pull one more out of this deck. The 5 of Swords, and I'm going to, that came up in reverse. I am going to play that in reverse. So that if there's any negative situation that comes up in the 4th week, it's, you're going to dispose of that simply by not engaging it. Let's see what else you got coming in here. There's too many. So it happens when you stay up too late. And you know, it turned 2 a.m. and then all of a sudden magically it was 3 a.m. But this time changed, and I absolutely am dreading it with 3 kids in the morning. So, all right, anyway. We're gonna go back to the 1st week and see what other messages we get. 10 of Cups. So this is all encompassing of, it's a big dream, and you have the 8 of Pentacles here, the hard work, the belief in yourself and in your dream, the belief that this is owed to you, and you've done the inner work to bring yourself to a place of maturity that you can make this happen. So this is a great reading. Whatever you're doing, this is like a big dream, or a big want, a big desire. It encompasses everything. We have the High Priestess. So alchemy, working your magic, manifestation, really keeping your focus. And again, let's see what else comes out. All right, Chariot. So this is, you have a lot of forward momentum in this reading. You have 2 knights in the Chariot. So you're unstoppable. And I think that with this Lover's card, your partner really is behind the scenes, but they're rooting you on, and they really do support you. Eight of Wands. So this is, again, forward movement. Some things are going to happen very fast for you in April. Show me about finances. So where do we end up in April with finances? That's my wonderful cat, Cleo, going through the kitty door. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles. And what did I say? Show me something about your finances toward the end of April. And the first part of that answer is good news. That could be represented as good news. Again, a gift, financial support, or some very early success. 2 of Cups. That's beautiful. So this is like this, the way this 2 cups are portrayed, it's like magic. This is like destined. Whatever you're doing is destined. It's meant to happen. And I really think that, like I said earlier, your partner has a lot of involvement in this. This card wants to come out. 3 of Swords. I think this is born out of trauma and heartbreak and heartache and grief from the past. Something caused a really deep and meaningful spiritual awakening. And the thing about a spiritual awakening, once it starts, it never ends. It has plateaus, and it has periods of, the dark night of the soul, periods of growth, then you get to a plateau. And so that spiritual awakening is something that's like, once it starts, it goes on and is like the continuing part of the life journey until we leave. And so whatever happened in your past was so traumatic and life-changing that it caused you to really, like the metamorphosis. I want to find the right analogy, but it could be similar to a caterpillar in a cocoon and becoming a butterfly. I mean, it's something as simple as that might explain like this change and this growth you've gone through is you are not recognizable from then to now. The creature you were before is not the creature, the creation that you've become now. This 3 of Swords to me it feels very in the past, but it's very present. Like that card, it has made you what you are, but you're gonna have, we have Justice here. You're gonna have the balance the ability to move through this. And I think the Two of Pentacles is almost represents really integrating, you know, your shadow side with your outward self, and really being able to just be in balance with it. You really know who you are now, and you probably didn't know who you were in the past for many years. In fact, it's probably a question that you've asked yourself over and over again: who am I? Or I don't know myself, I don't know what I want. And now you have all the answers after having been through so much heartache, that this is really, this whole thing is born out of these traumas that caused you to change. And so now here you are, you're at this pivotal moment in April where you're finally setting foot like out into it's the same world, but you see it different, and you have a different perspective on everything. And it really is just going to bring you so many amazing things. Let's see what else we get here before we end this reading. We have the Five of Cups. So we're creatures of habit, and we're all prone to backsliding and falling back into old thought patterns and thought forms and programming that we've you know, grown throughout our lives to have. So this to me is like a warning to not fall victim, just because, don't fall victim to your old thought habits and patterns just because something in here doesn't work out right, or just because something seems like it might be falling apart, but really it's coming together in a different way, maybe a little bit different than you had originally planned. Excuse me. And then the Nine of Cups, see, this leads to wish fulfillment. So there are ups and downs on any path, no matter where you're going, what you're doing. If you're doing things, if you're always doing the next right thing, and you're doing things for the higher good, but at the same time you're doing things to better yourself and those around you, you're not immune from the ups and downs. You know, just staying in balance with yourself is the key. And there are going to be these moments where it feels like it's too big of a dream, or it's not going to happen for me, because who am I? You know, we have these things that we do to ourselves, the self-doubt and this negativity. But to stay the course and keep the belief, you have that Nine of Cups. That is a wonderful way to end this reading, going through month of April. So this is like the very, very beginning of this long new journey you're going to go on. And this is really, a lot of times when you plant a seed, you know, there's a germination period in you. Within a lot of times you'll see, depending on the soil condition and how fertile it is, and how well watered everything is, and how perfect the conditions are. But fairly quickly you do see those little tiny leaves pop out of that soil. So the first 2 or 3 weeks of this is really what that is. And then the 4th week, this justice come in. This is when things really start to take off for you. It's by no means a slow process or a fast process. This is something slow. It's a whole new karmic cycle. It's a whole new, there might be soul contracts in this, and other people that are going to be integrated into your path along the way. So this is a whole new life journey, and this could be I feel like this is like a 7-year cycle. Like you're at the beginning of a new 7-year cycle. Could be 10 years or maybe 5 years, but you're at the beginning of a very big major cycle in your life that brings a lot of change. You have, I want to go back to the Sun. So at the bottom of the deck here at the Dreaming Way Tarot, you have the Sun. So that's an excellent representation of Leo. It also is to me is like a good omen. The priestess, here we go again. This is just like really magical. You have all the elements here for a great new start after a really tough, long ending. And you have the Two of Swords here. So there are going to be choices along the way, and there are things that are going to be tough, and that are going to give you anxiety. But the incredible amount of positivity in this is just amazing. And so that's what I have for you, Leo, for April 2020. For your finances, whatever it is you're doing is going to be amazing. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for taking the time, and have a good rest of your day. Thank you.